Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. Pleased to be joined by Aaron Jones of Grand Blanc Football. Aaron, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well. So we are officially within the next couple of days. I know the first day of uppers is today. So I
Yeah.
know obviously by the time you're watching this interview, Grand Blanc will already be practicing.
hmm
So how have the first couple of days have gone, and really, how has the summer gone?
The first couple of days have gone good. We've had a couple issues with like weather and stuff, like having a couple of delays, but overall, it's been really good. Like a lot of just as a team, we've been pretty focused and just like ready for our main goal, which is week one. And just like the summer overall, I think it's just been about like just building like our team camaraderie and like coming together as a team and because we've got some returners but we also got some guys coming up from JV, so just us all being able to come together and get ready for the season. It's been honestly like pretty great to see.
Yeah. One of the staples and traditions at Grand Blanc, really since since the last couple of years, been a staple since Coach Four has been was there, of course, the midnight practice.
Yeah.
What is that like? Because I know, Grand Blanc turns that thing into an event. Student sections are out. I know a couple the TV stations were out there. So how exciting was it to be out there and just have the entire student body out there?
Yeah, I mean it was really exciting. It honestly felt like a Friday night, just coming out. Running out of the tunnel, we just saw our whole student section full. A lot of people came out just from the community to just watch us practice. Just it's really amazing to see like how like just as a Grand Blanc community how excited everybody is just for this football season. And it was great. The energy was really good. They had like the music playing, everybody was jumping around. It was a really great time. And I think it really just helped get everybody, the players, the fans, like the students, the community members, just all excited for what should be a great season.
Yeah. And also going back to last season, what a year that you guys what a year you guys had last year. I mean, the thing is though, getting big wins against really good teams is one thing. Getting big wins and getting big wins against really good teams at their place is
Yeah.
another. How are you guys able to do that and just going into other people's stadiums and getting it done and against really really good teams in the SVL?
Yeah, I think a lot of it, a lot of it was our attitude and just kind of just our mentality and like for example like Davidson, going into Davidson, knowing our history with Davidson, knowing the type of environment we are gonna be walking into, everybody was just dialed in. Everybody knew what their assignment was, knew what their job was, and everybody was ready to just come in and you know win. And it was just and not just Davidson specifically, but just for the whole season, while we were away, I think we just did a great job, you know, just mentally, dialing in and, just kind of blocking out the distractions that were, the opposing student section, the opposing fans, and the kind of environment we were in, and just realizing that, we could take control over the game. And I think a lot of times that's what we did.
Yeah. So this year, I know you guys are going, starting off on the road the first 2 weeks of the season, going up to
Yeah.
Moat Shores, going up to an environment. I know, yeah, I know. Obviously, traveling on a bus, for over an hour is, especially when you're nervous and you got the jitters and you just want to go out there and play.
Yeah.
I know that obviously that can be an uneasy feeling. Just the thought of okay, come on, we're this is we just got to take some time and do all this. But
Mm.
yeah, how is it going to be going there the first 2 weeks of the season and traveling across to West Michigan to play a really good team? What's that going to be like going over there for week one?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely gonna be like different for everybody. Just like it's gonna be a little bit of a challenge just getting off the bus and being able to, dial in. But like that's the kind of I think that's the kind of thing that our coaches have kind of been getting us ready for this whole summer. Like we had a 7-on-7 tournament in Holland, and it's around that area, and the tournament started in that like evening, so we had to get right off the bus and get ready and get ready to compete and like just that, like just kind of comparing that to what we would be seeing week one and just throughout the season, just knowing that, we have to be ready from the second we step on the bus to when we're walking off the field. And so it's gonna be a challenge, Mona Shores, they their student section, their whole, it's gonna be crazy, but I think that we're ready for it, and I think that this is a game that a lot of us have had on our minds ever since that, last whistle of the end of our season last year.
Yeah. So for you, you're a senior, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
So well, I know obviously with all the things that are going to come with this year, with just realizing that, hey, this is the last time I'm going to be doing a lot of these things.
Yeah.
Has that thought came through your mind yet at all this year?
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a little bit of that, just like just like the Midnight Madness, or like like these are my last two a days, it's definitely like came across my mind, but I think I try not to like dwell on it too much, because it's important to cherish the moments that we do have in high school football, because I mean, no matter playing in college, playing past high school, there's nothing like high school football. And so I just try to cherish every day that we like get to step out there, as teammates, just because they're limited.
Yeah. And then also you have and then also going into this year, it's got a lot of ups and downs and things like that. And playing against a lot of teams, you know, the outlook for you guys is this is a pretty good team. You didn't really lose a lot of guys, but of course Jake's back and all that. But what's it like to have him back, and just what's it like to just not lose a lot of guys?
It's great. I think it gives us a lot of confidence in our squad, and just knowing what we were able to do last year, and just being able to bring a lot of guys back, and just know that we can it's really within reach of what we did last year, a deep run in the playoff or more, or go farther. And with Jake, he's been doing so good this summer, and we have a lot of confidence in him, and I just think he's definitely gonna have a great year, third year. I think he's really like I know last year he brought it all together, but I think this year, like it's definitely like he's definitely bringing it up a notch, and I think that that's gonna help us, you know, go deep in the playoffs and achieve a lot of our goals, which is eventually fourth field.
Yeah. So this year, I know with just overall, I know everybody's goal is to win a state championship, but what's it going to
Mm.
take to have a successful season for Grand Blanc?
Yeah, I think it's definitely gonna take it's gonna take consistency week in and week out, and not get too high, not get too low on any of our wins or any of our losses. I think there was a couple times last year where we could have stayed a little more dialed in after like big wins, and having problems with like complacency, and I just think that if we can stay consistent, and know what our real goal is after each and every game, I think that that's gonna help push us through the playoffs, and get us to our goals.
Absolutely. Okay. Let's get to know you a little bit, Aaron. How about that?
Uh,
Okay. So best moment so far in your Grand Blanc football career.
Best moment. Um, I'd say my sophomore year when I got pulled up, I scored a touchdown versus Davidson, and it was like one of my first games being pulled up. And, that was just like a really great moment for me, just being able to, have an impact on such a big game. Like as a, underclassman, it was just really great. And even though we didn't come away like winning that game, it just felt great to, make an impact on like the big stage as kind of a younger player.
Yeah. Who's your favorite football player?
My favorite football player,
Yeah.
I have to go with Rob Gronkowski. As a tight end, that's who I grew up watching as a kid. Yeah,
Okay. Let's see. Um, Overall favorite what's Aaron's go-to meal? This is like just in general.
go-to meal.
Yeah.
Uh, I'd say you can't go wrong with a good like chicken parm. That's my like.
Okay.
You can never go wrong with that.
Yeah. And finally, what's your favorite movie?
Favorite movie, Avengers Endgame, hands down. You know, just just great movie.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Aaron, thanks so much for the time as always, and best of luck to you guys this season.
Thank you. Have a good one.